Hi, I'm Karthik. Welcome back to my Martech channel. In this video, I'm going to detail you about an interesting tool called Google Data Studio, which is a data visualization tool, and which is Google's product competing with Salesforce W and Microsoft Power BI. Those are very advanced tools, and compared to those tools, Data Studio is still in infant stage, but it's Google is updating with many features, and most importantly, it's offered free for the users, so you can explore your data visualization skills with the Data Studio for free. Okay, let's build a detailed Data Studio report. Uh, I'm going to build a telecallers report, a telecallers analysis report. Say if you have multiple telecallers for your organization, and you want to analyze the performance of them over different periods of time, and how good they are performing, and all those things can be seen from a eagle's eye point of view. The thing is, like, you can have multiple pages within this single report, and each page can be attributed to specific telecaller or specific agent or specific appointment setter, whatever you wish to call. And then you can see like how they perform individually, and during what period, all those things. You can also combine the performance of mm, different telecallers also. I won't go into the much advanced topic. I will stick to some of the basics. In future videos, I will detail about all other things. Say say report is the base of the data studio, and then comes the page, and then comes the chart or the table. Within the report, you can have multiple pages, and I have created like 2 pages. You can add a number of pages as you wish, and you can just go to manage pages, and rename it whatever the way you wish, and then add a data to it. Let me just start with the add a data. Google defaultly provides multiple connectors. Some of the connectors which are Google's own products are free, and some connectors like Supermetrics and all other things are offered for a premium for a price, so that you can also connect Facebook data, a Facebook report, and all other things can be pulled in. Let's start with Google Sheets. For this demo, I'm sticking with Google Sheets, and my aim is to show you all the capabilities of the report. I have selected a workbook called rough, and then the rough sheet calls I'm add as a source. And once you add this sheet to the source, it acts as like a single table. You can like there are like advanced options available, like you can blend two different sources, or like I will show you like how we can combine data from two different sheets of books in whatever way you wish, your use cases like. And for this is the table, and you can have a pie chart or like a scorecard. All those things can be done. Let's start with this table. This is the date range dimension. Is like I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to add the fourth column as the date range dimension. So, and 11th column is where the telecallers status update is that, like how many customers are like interested in purchasing the product, and how many is not able, could not connect, all those things. And metrics are like record count. This is the automated calculated field, so this will automatically populate. but this table seems little odd for you. Let's style it in a better way so that you can easily understand. And all this data dashboard thing is like for a easier understanding of daily metrics and KPIs, right? So we have to focus more on the visual part also. Show pagination, if you allow show pagination, it will show the 1 to 18 or like how many number of pages it might have. And if at all it doesn't, you can just check, keep it as it is. And then you can configure if there are like missing values, you how you want to show the missing values. You can show the missing values as blank, or missing values as no data, or like missing values as zero. All those things can be configured. But let me first centralize the dimension and centralize the metrics and increase the font a little bit, so that you can have yeah, you can easily view without focusing too much of your eyelids. Yeah, now it's I hope it's much readable now. And like, and the other thing is like, I don't want the row numbers, that would take so much of space. I don't want the row numbers. And now it shows 11 and record count. Nobody wants to remember all these metrics when they want to have a CEO's dashboard kind of reports, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going back to setup, and in the setup I'm going to rename it. Status type count. Once you rename it, it automatically gets reflected in the and status type. These are like, this is the one, this is one of the useful table now we can use. And the same thing, we can add a pie chart for this. In a similar way, we can add a pie chart to this to reflect this data in a much better visual way. And you can add a text here to show you like the how to differentiate what you want to convey. Don't worry, I will rearrange all those things and make this report much readable. Don't worry about the initial visualization looks. It will be much better than you think of. I'm keeping it as pie chart for analysis. Can vertically align vertically, and you can horizontally align. And most important thing is, you can have a date range control, or like and also you can have a drop down list. All kind of controls can be possible. You can just make this date range control at as page level. If at all you have a similar report like 12 13 pages, or like 50 pages of the similar report, you don't have to manually select each and every uh, choose date, specific date. Add the refreshed data structure source, and then you can you have to add the fields to the matrix or the dimension as you wish. Let's go back to the edit one. And you can cross filter the data. Say if you select the data here, you can if you have enabled this chat interaction, these are like interactive chats. If you click the interact, um, if you group it, you can group it, and and you can select the data source specifically for this two group, this two charts, and then add a specify specific date range dimension also. All those things can be done. And what if you uh, mm, let's ungroup it for this demo. And what if you if you want to filter the data, you can have a filter. You can have a filter. The key thing, another important thing with the data studio is like you can have a filter on the basis of chart level also, and also you can create a calculated field or um, at the source level itself. If at all you create a calculated field at the source level, or like you have a additional column at the source available for all the charts. If you create a additional column at the chart level, it will be available only for that specific chart. Let me show you. First filter, and lines. But all your just let me show. Okay, it will defaultly filter out the OK data alone. So that's why it's showing like 100% of the OK data alone. It's not including the other status like call data, buy data, not interested. Those kind of things are not available here. And you can sort this table as you wish, like ascending or descending in whatever. And then other key thing is like you can have a summary of the data. Show, if you click the show summary, it will show the list of counts, grand total, and all those things. And you can also have a default date range. This is one other important topic, like you can set a custom specific date range for a specific chart. Say you can, if you're analyzing Facebook lead generation CPL thing, you can have a different table, one for last 7 days, one for last 14 days, and one for last 30 days. And if at all you were doing a Google Ads campaign, and you want to track the car CPC, that in for that also you can have a specific last 3 days, last 7 days, last 10 days, to analyze the KPIs over different time periods. And all these reports can be built inside table build can be built inside a specific page, so you can easily understand the performance of which ad is doing better, or which creative is doing better. All those things can be measured. And this is how I have added a filter, right? And if you go to that filter, if you add a field here, this is the calculated field. Let me just show the calculated field. The calculated field created at can be used as an additional column. Say I'm going to add column number record count plus 25, just for the showing, for the demo purpose I'm adding this. You don't have to have the equal sign. You can have like case, if at all you are familiar with the spreadsheet functions, or like Excel functions, you can do like lots of different formulas, and all those formulas are available in this link. Google, yeah. It will show all the arithmetic mathematical functions, And case is like the very common you function we use for multiple things, like say if a specific column matches this value, do this, or if the specific column matches this, you can have a different value. These are like different functions. You can narrow, you can find the function name by typing the keyword, or like choosing the appropriate. For the conditional one, you can have the case. That's right said. Collage is like combining the data, and if condition you know, and null if it's the same case only. You can have multiple different functions, uh, um, and you can use all those function in this calculated field. If I'm creating the calculated field here, say just click save. Earlier we have created a filter, but now we are creating a calculated field. Calculated field can be created. Yeah, this is the additional column I said earlier. A calculated field can be set at the chart level, also at the data level. Say manage data source, click edit, and you will see like all the data sources here, all the columns here. Yeah, this is like the new field we have created. This is like the my face calculated field. And this is how you make the you edit the source once you make the connection. This is how you can just like data freshness is default set to 15 minutes. But what if you have updated the data and you want to refresh it, then you have to go to the and edit, click edit, and just click the reconnect button. Yeah, data columns are all those field names, and if it sees some changes, say you have added a new field in the data source, then it will show that new field, and you have to import that field also. Then once you are done, you can just click the done button and just click the close, and you will see that field also populated here. For now, if at all I'm using this my first calculated field. Say I'm adding this to the dimension also. Sorry. Say a new column is added with the dimension. I have used a formula like this count of this plus 25 fixed number. You can add like a different number, different columns also. A column plus the plus H column also, that also can be combined and created as a new column, additional column for you. So this is how the entire thing works. And the other important advanced topic is like how to manage blends. Blends are like you can combine two, which can be like say for a demo I will just adding combining two sheets. If you know SQL, then nothing like it, you can add like two sheets. One is rough sheet calls we have already added. For the other resource also, you have to add a new data source. Say I'm having the data in a separate sheet, but in the same notebook. But for that also, I have to add a data source. Whether you have the have a data in different sheets or different workbooks or different products, it doesn't matter. You have to add it separately. I'm just clicking add a data source and then click the appropriate sheet and choose the second sheet. Earlier we have choose this one, and I'm choosing the second sheet. Once but it's important, like if at all you are blending the data, you have to have the similar data structure. Now you have to just go back to resource menu and just click menu manage blends. there are no blends, but when you go back to manage data source, you can have the different data source. You can rename the alias, like for easy reference, for your future reference, you can like name it as you wish, so that when you import this different sheets or like identical sheet names, you don't get manage blends. Click manage blends. You are comfortable with SQL, then it would be much easier for you to easily move through all those things, because we are end of the day we are going to join the different tables. Mm. It reaches in the fourth column. Just because I know in the back of the mind how the data structure is, I'm just choosing it. You better have a column with the proper names, so that you don't get into any confusion after you create the blends. Now we have chosen the metrics and the dimensions. You can you can ignore it, or like you can have it like whichever the dimension you want to show it in the report, you can just add it here. Not necessarily whatever add, you don't have to show it in the report. And now you have a key thing is like how you want to configure, like left outer join or right outer join, or like inner join or full outer join or cross. If I am choosing the full outer join, it will combine all those entries. And now just click the save. And now earlier we have like data, when you click on this table, you can see like, or you click on the pie chart, you can see like the data source here, like which data source it's populated. But now we will have another data source. Let me add a scorecard for you. For this, instead of the regular data source, I am going to have a blended data. Yeah, this is how you can combine different sheets, or like different data, different tables, and then you can combine blend the data, and then make it as a single table, and then you can visualize data as you wish to have. Say this is one of the call center report we have. So when we scroll through multiple pages, we can have all the data, all the telecallers report in a single dashboard, and we can monitor all those performance or KPIs of all those telecallers in a single dashboard. This is how the data visualization helps you in measuring your KPIs and managing the entire process easily. I hope this video is extensive and clear, and let me know if you have any queries. Please consider subscribing my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.